Hello everyone. I posted a video yesterday, which was Friday, September 23rd, and I told you all there would be a follow-up, and it's just coming through now. So for this message, they want you to just receive the message, like let it flow through you and not try to analyze it. Basically, just allow yourself to receive it. Now, the way this is coming through, it's coming through in pieces, so bear with me. There may be some pauses. Okay, I'm delivering the message, or I'm saying the message as I receive it. The way I receive messages are like strong thought forms that come through, and or images or visuals that I receive. Okay, so just bear with me here. There are certain things that I am told for myself, and it's like personal for me, and I don't really share them. And it's mainly about my own journey, my own path, and what I'm here to do, things of that sort. I don't usually share those, but they are telling me to share this. Okay, many of you listen to me. You've been listening to me for a long time. You may be very used to my voice. And as you hear the message, you are receiving a light code activation. Okay, it's kind of like a light language that you receive just by listening to my voice. And I think that's why they want you all to just receive it and not analyze it, because it does give you certain activations, and it's like a light code transmission. Okay, these are what they call codes, and it brings in certain DNA activations. It's like a clearing for many of you. So you might find yourself getting lightheaded sometimes, or you might find yourself feeling sleepy after listening to it, or feeling like you need to rest. And just know it's because there's a clearing happening as you just listen to the sound of my voice. All right, so let me get into the message here. The first thing I'm getting is the work has been done. The work has been done. So patience here. Movement may not be as fast as you want, or as you liked, or that you hoped for, but it's in motion. So patience. Some of you have actually asked, and you called on your guides, and you asked for patience actually, and you are in the process of one of those type of experiences where you're learning to be patient. Okay, healing is being done, is what I'm getting. Many of you are healing layers of things. You're healing multiple things at once. Things are being brought to the surface that you wanted to bury, but you're doing a major healing. This is what this is. It's an episode, is what I'm getting. It's an episode so that you can clearly see what's causing certain experiences, what's causing certain I guess you can say episodes. Yeah, I'm getting episodes. So many of you have been experiencing, I'm getting patterns here. Like you've been in, it feels like a cycle, like the circle of life. And it's because when you experience a similar episode, when you experience a pattern in your life, it's because they're giving you a chance to choose a different way. They're giving you a chance to make a different choice. So if you feel like you just got out of a certain experience, and then you experience it again in the next stage of your life, just know that you're expected to make a different choice. Okay, the way I'm seeing this is that If you keep doing the same things, you're going to keep experiencing the same things. So if there's a repetitive type of theme in your life, do something different. Yeah. So this feels like an important message. Some of you are looking for change, but you keep, you're doing the same thing. I see. So this is like free will. They want you to be aware of free will, and that, the right use of your will is what will bring in what you truly deserve. So there's some clarity needed for some of you. I see. Okay. They're showing you something. Many of you are going through an experience that they're showing you something. I feel like this experience is helping with a major healing here. I see okay, so this feels fast. It feels fast. Because I'm seeing something that's very quick. It's quick. It's not meant to stay. Some of you may have experienced certain energies that came in, and they, it's like you may have gone through, I see. This is why they're calling it episodes. Okay, so they want me to distinguish. When I say episode, it's like a fast energy. It's not meant to stay long. It's something that's meant to be in and out of your life. And a lot of you are going through those type of experiences right now, episodes. So you may have new energies that enter your life, okay? And they're meant to be there just for a small period of time, because within those episodes, there is a huge lesson that helps you with healing, okay? And the way I'm getting this is you won't get burned, like you won't be hurt, if that makes sense. Episodes come in to help with the clearing. So it may come in a way that triggers a fear, but you're encouraged to go ahead and experience it because you won't get burned. That's how I'm seeing this. So let me move on. Okay, so it is an initiation process, okay? It's getting you ready for something bigger. So this is why we've been getting, like nothing is set in stone, because they don't want you to go into any situation having expectations. Okay, because certain things are simply there for a period, okay? And this is all helping with your growth, okay? And yeah, these are energies that you may have never experienced before in your life. These energies are different from what you would normally entertain. So they're different kind of experiences. They're out of the blue. So it can be a major abrupt move to a location you've never even visited, but you know it's right to do. It can be a new job in a totally different field that you have no experience in. It can be a new type of friendship or relationship with a person, and it would be like someone who's totally different from you. You know, you may be conservative and you may become really close friends with someone who's very free with their energy, who's very liberated, right? And I'm getting that you're attracting different experiences because you're in that space of growth where you're merging with the opposite sides of you that you've never entertained, that you never even thought you were. So these can show up as pleasurable experiences, and or they may show up as very, very unpleasurable experiences. It depends on where you are. So I see something approaching. That's what I see here. I see you waiting. I'm trying to see what else I get here. Okay, so there's a letter. Okay, a communication. There's communication coming. Some of you are about to hear some good news. Others, whatever this communication is, it's going to trigger fear. It's going to trigger fear for some. But it leads to good news. Actually, this is actually... All right. So the way this is being shown to me, it's not something you're inviting consciously. Okay, it's a subconscious. It's like you invited this subconsciously. You called it in because it's almost like, those of you who pray, you're like, please bring me this, and I'm willing to do whatever it is I need to do to be in alignment for this. It's like you don't see the gray area of what you're calling in, but it's coming in, and when it shows up, you may not want to engage with it. You may be standoffish or try to reject it or turn it back and say, this is not what I wanted. So this is why it's very important to be open. Okay. Because it brings in actually stability. So this is like a tearing down to rebuild. Okay. They're telling me to move on. All right. Your emotional stability, your emotional maturity, and your emotional intelligence will be tested, or this is what's being illuminated right now in these kind of experience, how emotionally developed you are. Okay, if you're able to contain and control the emotions, or if they control you. So this is where you are right now. Are you being affected by external things? Are they affecting you? Are you reactive to things happening around you? Or are you able to see these things and act accordingly to your best interests? Okay, because I see a lot of people dealing with, what is this? Dealing with there's a lack here. This feels, some of you, this feels like abandonment. Others of you, it feels like rejection. Others of you, it feels like codependencies. Feeling like there's a void here. There's a void, and it's like trying to find a pacifier, something to feel it, even if it's temporary. So some of you, this could be addictions. I'm just getting someone trying to patch up like a cracked window with like tape or something, like something that doesn't go there, and it's temporary, and it's not even gonna hold long, but it's like a bandage. Okay, yeah, and it doesn't really heal. Okay, yeah. Some of you, there's patterns that you have that must be looked at. Like literally, they need to be looked at. That's all I can say here. And many of you who feel like you're waiting, that they're trying to get you to see certain patterns. Okay, so look beyond the current situation that you're going through. Look beyond that. Look beyond it, okay? For example, if you're dealing with, let's just say, a relationship issue with a spouse, okay, or a best friend, or even a sibling, it's like, look beyond that person or the experience you're going through with that person, and look beneath that. It's coming from something else. It's coming from maybe something that happened when you were 4 years old with your mom or with your dad. Or it's coming from something that happened when you were in 3rd grade, in Mrs. Robinson's class. Or, it's coming from something someone said as you were walking by when you were in high school and you never healed that. Like they're saying, look beyond the current situation. Because by looking at just the current situation, all you're doing is you're putting a bandage on something that needs deeper healing because you're not getting it from the root. Okay. And that's why many of you feel like you're hurting because it's deeper. Okay. And that is a huge release for many. It's things you're carrying, I see, and it is causing emotional instability. It's those things that if you start talking about it, your eyes start welling up and you want to cry. It's those things. It's a lot of those things you may think it's one situation that's bringing up that emotion, but it's deeper than that. So I'm seeing the word wait, literally wait. That's what I'm seeing on that. And okay, so communication here is coming up. So there's some kind of communication you're waiting on. Okay, no, that's not it. They're saying they're waiting for you to communicate something. There's something in that for whoever that resonates with, and it has something to do with you waiting. Unless you're able to communicate something directly to someone, speak your truth, okay? That's what I'm getting here. There's like a waiting, okay? And then there's a recovery as well. Interesting. This helps with the healing. This helps with the recovery. This helps with the process that gets you to the next stage, actually. Wow. And then there's a need for you to lighten up. Some of you have to, there's a conversation that needs to be had. There's a conversation that needs to be approached in a light manner, not a serious manner like, hey, look, we need to talk, we need to have a serious conversation. No, they're saying it's like flow into it naturally, but have that heart-to-heart conversation. And be very honest with yourself with what you're saying. But it doesn't have to be serious. Like, it doesn't have to become a confrontation. It doesn't have to be a debate. It doesn't have to be a back and forth. It's a tete-a-tete. And it's just like close. It's intimate. But it's lighthearted. It's almost like if you're able to communicate in that way. Some of you, this is in your marriage. Literally, I'm getting marriage. Okay, so it's with a spouse. Others of you, this is concerning. Some of your issues that you're facing now is coming from a prior marriage, okay? Some of you. And it may be affecting your current relationship. Okay, that's that. So I feel like, hold on here. Okay, so I'm getting that some of you are forgetting to be like grateful for what you experienced. Like you're not showing gratitude for the experience when the experience is what's bringing in what's coming next. So some of you are focused on the outcome, and during the experience you're not remembering to just be grateful. Okay, there are some things you like you may not want to do, but your dedication, right? Back to the right use of will. How determined are you? Because there's some things you're not going to want to do, but you have to do it because you know it's like an investment, right? We're used to the instant gratification. Like, I do this today and then tomorrow I get the result, right? It's literally, that's what this realm has shown many. You do this job for me and then I cut you a check. Or you bake this cake and then in an hour it's ready and you can eat it. So it's like, I do it and then I get it instantly. So the waiting is hard for many. So many of you are going through like a patience like type lesson, okay? And they're showing me this because they want me to talk about how, like, okay, for example, the person who wants to lose weight, they're going to get up and go and run on that treadmill. They're going to keep doing and keep doing it. And then, eventually in 3 months, they'll be at the weight they wanted. But they had to be disciplined enough to get up every day and, gradually, like they had to be patient to get to the weight that they wanted to be, right? It's similar for those of you who put into your IRA, your 401k, or your pension, or whatever. It's like an investment you're taking, you're putting it in your savings, and then, when you retire, it's there. So it's kind of like looking at what you're doing now, the work you're doing now, know that it pays off. Even though it's not instant, it's coming. And that's basically what I'm getting with that. This has been episodes where you've been facing your fears. A lot of your fears is speaking your truth. That's a big one. It keeps coming up. And staying loyal to the process while you are waiting. It's like being patient. Many of you, this is about standing up for yourself. Healthy boundaries, okay? Again, I'm getting marriage here. And also expectations, putting the weight on other people to show up how you want, that's going to always lead to disappointment, okay? So letting go of expectations. And also there's some of you who are what others expect you to be. It's like freeing yourself from certain constructs, right? So there's a message coming through for some of you. Some of you are about to get some type of gift. Honestly, I feel like this is for those of you who are loyal to the process and you're consistently putting in the work and you know there's a payoff, because there is. So there's a gift coming here. I'm getting some of you are in like a process of meeting. You may have just met a romantic partner. Okay, I'm getting 2 people here. Many of you have just met a divine partner, but you may not know that that's who it is. So you might actually be in a space where you're not taking it serious, or you're not entertaining it, or you're not really that moved by that connection. So for whoever that is, there's something in that for you. So there's nothing else they want me to say. Trust what you feel. Okay. All right, just give me a second. I'm getting like another energy being ushered in here. Okay, so pay attention to the moon cycles, guys. They're saying pay attention to the moon cycles. I know that the new moon in Libra is actually tomorrow, the 25th. And, the full moons, the new moons. Ladies, pay attention to your own cycles. Okay, that just came through. I'm getting that there's a personal issue that's about to be resolved. They want you right now to really just, like, breathe, right? Just relax and breathe. And that's basically it. There's no need to do too much. Just meditate, do your breathing exercises, make sure you're, it's like that prana, the outdoors in nature, around trees. I'm seeing a lot of trees here, okay? Some of you, you're going to have to be bold and be the one to do something first, okay? So whoever that is for, some of you, you're being called to do something first. Be bold and make the first move. Okay? Yeah, they're trying to get some of y'all to work through your fears, and also just know that your commitment to what you want is being tested. There's something here about what you need to release as well. Okay? All right, so moving on. There is a situation that's about to improve within the next few months. Okay? And right now, foundations are being laid, excuse me. So foundations are being laid. This is a part of the divine plan, and they're seeding the light. Okay? It's a good time to remain grounded, especially if you're an empath or if you're highly sensitive. Right now, yes, connect with nature. If you are affected by other people's energy easily, connect with nature. You may find yourself wanting to get in hermit mode a lot, and that's deliberate because you do need to protect your energy. But remain grounded and remain hydrated, okay? You're going to get a lot of mirrors right now, okay? That's a part of this final process. Like, who or what is triggering you, just know that that's for a reason. There's certain things being brought to the surface so that you can clearly see whatever is triggering you. There's a healing opportunity in that, okay? All right, I'm about to close out because I'm actually feeling like it's time. So you're not alone. Just know that you have your ancient ancestors, and you have your spirit guides. You have your guardians. The ascended masters are here. The archangels are here. If you're wanting help, please ask for help. They can only step in if you ask, but you are not alone. And many of you, if not all of you, you have your ancient ancestors that stand right beside you, okay? Okay. So that's the message for today. I was waiting for it to come through. I thought it wouldn't come through, but it just came through. And that's what it is. So again, if you can just allow the message to flow through you, because everything that was said, it's like a seed being planted. So the less you think about it, the less you try to analyze it and make it make sense in your life, the deeper it goes. Because many of you, what you're dealing with is subconscious things being deprogrammed. Okay, so I really hope this message was helpful for those of you who was led to it, okay? And I'll see you all in the next message. All right, enjoy the rest of your night.